Okay, welcome to another episode of On the Couch. Today with us we have Tim Ziggy Bradley and Courtney Pratchet Button.
Hello there.
Talking about their new film, Desperado. Tim, would you like to start us off with what it's about?
Yeah, well, basically what we did was there was a famous film, Desperado, of course there was the remake. Yeah, and then what we've done is we've remade the remake, but using animals instead of people, and people instead of objects.
That sounds quite Orwellian.
It's definitely worked out well. It was
certainly a thing. It was that or something else we were going to do.
It was that or something else. Because we started the project and we didn't know what we were going to do, and we just thought, you know what, we really bloody love remakes. We just thought, how can we make a remake of a remake, which is even more special?
Concerning film in this generation, what do you think of the popularity of remaking classic movies?
I think it's brilliant. I just think, if a film's really, really good, then it should just be given to the first person who comes along, and you can just do whatever you want, don't you think? I mean, do you think ours is better than the original? We haven't even seen the original. We don't even know what it's about.
I haven't seen ours.
I haven't either, but that's not the point.
That's not. It's about the money, really.
Yeah, that and the poon.
Yeah.
We've got lots of that.
Certainly.
So,
some of that.
do you believe there's a place for artistic integrity in modern cinema?
What does integrity mean?
There's a place for cinema in.
I mean, there's one down the road.
Of integrity. Yeah.
There's a field. Literal field or
spatial field, literal field.
Let's keep
it's all relative.
Let's keep the word small.
How would you classify your current film?
Good.
That's reading each other's minds.
This is the time we spent together.
Do you think you have a good working relationship?
That's a bit of a touchy subject. I mean, we were in a relationship for a while,
which was good, and was working at the time.
Something in between us.
Courtney, you've worked in previous projects with Tim, such as Return of the Severed Hand, or Night of the Boring Scarecrow.
Yes.
Would you like to discuss where Desperado fits in with Tim's other works?
I'd say he's pushed the boundaries on this one. I mean, Return of the Boring Scarecrow.
It was Return of the Severed Hand and Night of the Boring Scarecrow.
He's very touchy.
Either of them, they were released fairly close together. I got confused. I was stoned at the time. So, I'd say they were both commercial successes made for commerce and people, etc.
Etc. He stated it right.
You haven't really discussed where you fell into these films, though.
I mean, he didn't fall. We don't let anyone get hurt during the making of our films, apart from.
I did once.
Yeah, once. But that was an accident.
How many stuntmen have you gone through in the making of Desperado? Because in Night of the Boring Scarecrow, there were several people who died of asphyxiation due to the absurd amount of hay used in production. And I was just wondering, on treatment with animals, etc. in Desperado.
Not a lot of animal
wasn't
stuntmen around.
And most of the deaths were pretty instantaneous. No pain was felt.
Certainly.
I mean, there was a point where we put gunpowder in a chicken's head, and I don't know why.
It was very, very exciting.
It was a dramatic scene. Yeah, the chicken's head exploded.
On introduction of the flame.
Is this a continuation of your idea in Exploding Chicken?
That was really more. That was more artistic. I mean.
But you were saying earlier about whether there is any place for artistry in cinema. You were talking about commerce.
Was I?
I'd say there's more of a place for chickens.
There's a big chicken market out there right now. Look, KFC, just Kentucky Fried Chicken.
How would you describe your audience
Burger.
Tim, how would you describe your audience?
Attentive, not blind.
Drunk.
Drunk.
A lot,
Quite often drunk.
Quite often drunk.
Educationally subnormal rather often, but then that's part of the category I place myself into. So I'm glad that my brethren are there.
How would you sum yourself up as an artist? Do you consider yourself an artist?
I consider myself more of a sort of innovator, slash business mogul. I mean, our films were really designed to sell tickets. I mean, Cute Fluffy Film 1 was very, very successful, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was. Especially the merchandise.
Yeah. Basically anything cute and fluffy, that's what we sold. Cute fluff.
Until they had to be retracted.
Yeah, it was a mistake. The first cut had a fluffer in it because we sort of misunderstood what that was. And that was a bit embarrassing, but we sorted it out in the end.
We worked around it.
Yeah.
I was wondering what you were doing for your next project, because I'd heard some rumours and I was wondering if you could clarify them. I'd heard you were working on an erotic thriller. As in an erotic remake of the Michael Jackson video Thriller.
There's many people have tried to tackle the zombie boner so far in the film, but it hasn't worked out yet.
The rate of decomposition in zombies isn't favourable to the erection.
No. And a few women are willing to screw a corpse.
Would you use a real corpse?
I think you'd have to.
I think we'd have to for artistic. We can't take license there.
Because
I mean, if it was possible, and we think it is, we'd actually make real zombies.
So
you don't want to take liberties with the audience. They can spot a fake corpse a mile off.
so in making a project like this, you think there would be merit for artistic integrity in your otherwise commercial intentions?
I think that basically what I think is that everyone loves a zombie boner. I think
everyone loves sex.
Yeah.
Everyone loves zombies. It's
casting them is difficult.
Sometimes it's bound to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
And cha-ching.
Well, quite often. Yeah. That's where the parts
could meet in the middle.
Are there any closing words you'd like to make on your film Desperado?
Watch it.
Yeah, I quite like to see it actually.
I wouldn't mind. I don't know if I've got time though.
Yeah. When's it out?
Friday.
Friday?
Friday.
Watch it.
Yeah. Certainly.
On Friday or possibly on Saturday. It might be a bit busy on Friday.
If you rent it, if you don't see it now.
If you don't rent it,
maybe buy it.
You could buy it.
You could. If you haven't got a mic, borrow it off a friend.
Yeah, or download it.
Download it.
They're on it pretty fast.
Put it on DVD.
Yeah.
It'll be on the internet.
Yeah, possibly sneak a camera into the film.
Yeah.
You can make some money that way.
I know I certainly will.
Yeah.
Anyway, this ends today's segment of On the Couch. We've had Tim Ziggy Bradley and Courtney Pratchet Button. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.